Welcome to Slay the Spire. The purpose of this video is to introduce players to the third character, the blue character, named Defect. So if you've never seen this character before and you want to know how to play it, or if you've played it a couple times and you're trying to get a feel for it, what we're going to do is we're going to start at the very beginning of Act 1, work our way up through Act 1, and then beat the boss. We'll get cards and relics along the way, talk about maybe what routes to choose and what to consider when playing this character. You can take a look here. I'm using this introduction profile, so 0 playtime, 0%, and I actually don't have this character currently unlocked, but we're going to go ahead and unlock the character really quickly. So we'll select this ironclad character, and then we're just going to abandon the run here. And that is going to unlock the second character. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to we're going to select the second character, and we're going to abandon the run. And that will unlock the third character. So I've already done one of these videos on the Defect. This is my second time doing a run for Defect. Very quickly, Defect plays very differently than Ironclad or Silent. Has 75 health, so not quite as tanky as Red, but not as squishy as the Silent. And he does not get regeneration after the end of each battle like Ironclad. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it. As I've been doing in all these runs, I've been selecting the enemies in your next 3 combat have 1 HP in the hopes that I can get to an elite quickly. So it looks as though this guy here has a chance. If neither of those 2 question marks lead me our fight, then I can get to that elite. So that's all. Go ahead and try to take that route. The Defect card. And then you've got this Channel 1 Lightning and evoking your orb twice, which again doesn't make very much sense if you've never played this character. Let's take a look at the starting relic. It's called Cracked Core. At the start of each combat, you channel 1 Lightning. Okay. No real way to do it other than to play, so you can see what this looks like. The first fight will be of 1 hit point, but essentially the way this character works is you've got these orb slots, and you start off with 3 orb slots, and it's possible to get more orb slots through relics and cards. The Cracked Core gives you a lightning at the start, which means that this is going to do 3 points of damage at the end of my turn to a random enemy. Don't know which one it's going to hit. So this Zap card here will channel 1 lightning. So what that means is that it's going to add another lightning orb to this slot here. So let's go ahead and play that. So now what's going to happen is if I end my turn right now, I'm going to do 6 points of damage. 3 points to, one enemy, and then 3 to, again, a random enemy. However, you can also evoke orbs. So all orbs have a passive and an evoke state. So the evoke, if I evoke this, it's going to deal 8 damage to a random enemy. Now dual cast here will evoke my next orb twice. So if I play this, you can see there that orb here turned from a 3 to an 8. See that there? So if I evoke this, it's going to hit an enemy randomly for 8 damage twice, but then it's going to use up the orb. So let's go ahead and just do that so you can see what that looks like. There we go. So it landed 2 8 damage strikes. Okay, we'll get a colorless potion. Let's add a card. So, wow, this is an interesting thing here. Blizzard is a great card. Frost orbs are defensive orbs. So really what you want to do is you want to get, if you have a Blizzard, you want to get lots of Frost orbs and then the frost orbs will provide you your defense, and then you hit with a big blizzard to do a lot of damage to all enemies. We don't have any frost orbs, but I highly recommend frost orbs, being able to kind of play a defensive-minded game using the frost orbs to keep your health up. So in the we're going to be getting some frost orbs cards. Let's go ahead and pick up Blizzard. So right now, Blizzard is a worthless card to us. Okay, first question mark. Let's hope that we don't get a combat. Okay, good. No combat. Okay. So we haven't taken any damage, so we can get the donut, or we can obtain a relic. Now, this relic here is at the end of your turn, lose hit points equal to the number of cards in our hand. That is a bad card. We will take a lot of damage for it. Getting a relic, especially... Well, you know what? We can get rid of that via the merchant here. So actually, because we can get rid of it right away. So we're going to go ahead and get this relic. Let's see. And the relic was on pickup skill cards. So we got to upgrade Zap. It would have been nice to... well, actually, Zap's good. Well, I don't really want to play Lightning in this run, but now this is a 0-card Lightning, so it's going to be a lot harder to get rid of this because now it's actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and get rid of this card unless something really good happens here. A lot of good choices. I was actually... Wow. Okay. So Recursion is a phenomenal card. If you saw the previous Recursion with Darkness to do some really cool things. Self Repair is a nice power. At the end of combat, you can heal. So you kind of can get that ironclad tankiness. If you upgrade, you can heal 10 hit points per. And then we also have Claws. Claws are really cool, especially if you decide you're going to go a Claw deck early. Essentially, it's a 0-cost card that if you upgrade will deal 5 points of damage, and it increases the damage of all Claws by 2 this combat. So you can do there's some really cool synergy, really neat stuff with 0-cost cards that the Defect has. So now, but we have to get rid of that. We have to get rid of this Regret, because this is just a card that's going to end up killing us badly. So unfortunately, because of that, these good cards here, a Recursion, Repair. So ultimately, getting this relic here, we got a Zap and an upgraded defense. That did not work out for us. Oh well. Oh well. Let's go ahead and play. Hopefully it won't get combat. Not a combat. Okay. So we can remove a card from my deck, we can transform a card, or we can upgrade a card. So we don't have any in our deck. So this Blizzard's currently worthless. We do upgrade it. That would transform a strike into a card, or we can remove a card. So I'm tempted to either remove a strike or upgrade the Blizzard for when we do start getting frost cards. I'm going to go ahead and remove a card because this is actually unfortunate. If I didn't know we could remove a card, I would have go ahead and remove the strike from our deck. Okay, let's go ahead and play this question mark. So this is good. Okay, we're going to remove another card from our deck. Okay, so again, if you pick a common card, all it's going to do is just remove it. So now we don't have a lot of damage being done in our deck right now, but it's okay. We'll definitely get some damaging cards at some point. So we're going to go ahead and play this elite. So we're going to be able to kill this elite really quickly because they're all only going to have 1 hit point. And let's go ahead and kill this guy who's going to be attacking us. We'll add a zap, and that's all we need to do. These guys are both going to die. So let's give us a good... Okay. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Hoping... Well, let's see here. So I mentioned that we have a lot of cool zero-cost cards. This one right here will apply weak, which also kind of... So it's kind of an offensive card and a defensive card. I'm going to go ahead and not pick that up, even though I do like it. But we're gonna go ahead and skip the card. Okay. Now this guy's gonna only have 1 hit point here, so we'll kill him, and that'll be all. Okay. So here's our first Frost card. Problem is it's an attack. In fact, I really like all 3 of these cards. I'm tempted to get this hologram, because the hologram is going to be able to allow you to bring a card back into your hand, and if you upgrade it, you can use it multiple times, and it gives you block. Fire 2. I've got 3 fires left. I know we don't have any frost. I know we've got that blizzard sitting there, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take this hologram card with the idea of upgrading it. So this next fight, the next 2 fights might be kind of rough. We'll see how it goes, because we don't have a lot of attack cards going on here, but we'll see how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and we'll strike here, and we'll dual cast to get some damage out, and then we're going to... It doesn't really matter, so we're going to go hologram. So let's see how many turns it takes us to kill. We have a blizzard, which is worthless right now. It's not going to do anything, so we'll do a zap, we'll do a strike, and then we'll do a defend. We'll take 1 point of damage this turn. I forgot the zap was a 0-cost card, so we didn't have to take a point of damage there. I did misplay that. Okay, let's go ahead and play this defend here. We'll play a zap, and we'll play a strike. So I've got these 2 passes, so I'm going to do 6 additional points of damage to him this turn, and then 6 next turn. So essentially, if I get a strike, so he's going to die. And I'm not going to... well, actually, he's going to die... Yeah, he's going to die next turn, regardless of what happens, because of my passive strikes there. So I took out 1 point of damage I shouldn't have. We'll go ahead and finish him off with a dual cast. So again, you can see there it goes from 3 to 8, and it's going to strike twice, so it's going to do 16 points of damage. Not too bad. Alright, ooh, okay. So this is the card I really like here. Basically, you get to draw 2 cards, and it channels a frost, so that's nice. Hologram, I really like hologram cards. But we need to get some frost into our deck. So we'll go ahead and we'll take that one. Okay, potions will always appear in combat rewards. So we're going to need to keep that in mind. We're going to be getting lots of potions. So let's make sure that we actually start using them. Okay. Alright, we've got cool-headed. So we're going to go ahead and play this. And then we're going to play a defense here, and then we will play 1 more defense. So this is going to... we're going to play this. It's going to give us actually too much, because we're going to get 2. So Frost, you always get 2 block at the end of your turn, and then if you evoke it, then you gain 5. We have... Yeah, I'm sure we will, though, in this fight. As you can see here, we have 15 block now due to the passive block that the Frost provides. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play this Zap card. And so this Zap is going to add another Lightning here. So then we have this Hologram card. I don't... we're going to go ahead and play this hologram to bring the cool-headed back into our hand. And so when I play, to add another frost right here, but that means it's going to shift these guys over, and because this lightning can't shift any further, it's going to be evoked. What's going to happen is it's going to add a frost. It's going to do 8 points of damage, and I'm also going to be drawing a card. And because of my leather opener, I'm actually also going to be doing some damage. Okay, so now you can see here I'm going to get 7 defense, right? 2 passive, and then this third. So I have to decide, do I want to defend to take no damage, or do I want to do a little bit of damage to him? Let's go ahead and just defend. Which means we're not going to take any damage this turn. And what's nice, well, that's not great. Okay, so we've got this blizzard here. So this is going to do 4 points of damage to all enemies. Again, not a lot. If I play the zap, though, it's going to give me 5 defense, because when frosts are evoked, it actually gives a little bit more defense. So let's go ahead and do that. So now I have 5 defense. Then if I dual cast, it's going to do 16 points of damage. So let's go ahead and do that. So now he only has 6 damage left. Let's go ahead and defend. And we'll do a blizzard, and that will kill him. Not bad at all. Got an attack potion. Okay, hello. At the start of your turn, add a random common card into your it's a power. These common cards can be good, but it can be bad, just depending on what's going on. You know, they can be game changers, or they can bloat up your hand and prevent you from getting to the cards that you want to get to. So I'm not going to go with Hello World. Again, this is nice. The problem with vulnerables is that vulnerables do not impact our orb damage like our lightning. So really you want to kind of do this if you're playing like some actual straight attack cards. So actually I don't want anything here. We're going to go ahead and skip. And then camp here, and we're going to smith. Obviously you don't need to rest because I only have 1 point damage. And we're going to up hologram, so that way we can continually bring a little bit more block, and we can use this card a lot to play more frost cards in order to buff up our blizzard. Okay, we got a merchant. Oh, I decided. So let's go ahead and see what we have. We have another blizzard. I don't want another blizzard. We don't need another blizzard here. What to do? So we don't have any more merchants. We don't have any power cards, so we're not going to play our amplify. We don't have a lot of orb slots, so fission is not really going to be great. We don't have enough frost cards to take advantage of 2 blizzards, and we're not really playing lightning cards, and we only have I don't think we have any power cards. So all of these cards are really no good. So really the question is, do we want to get discounts on everything going forward, or do we want to get rid of a card? What's nice is the discounts actually work on the card removals. So that's really, really nice. So do we spend the money now to make it easier to get rid of cards and in the future? I'm going to say yes, with the hope that we get some more merchants in the next couple acts, that we can then maybe take advantage of the card removal service and maybe getting some other cards. So this does not help us at the moment. Maybe it will help us down the line here. So you can see that our card removal service is now only 50. And that's all we're going to do. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we got here. Okay. So we have to decide, are we going to go ahead and take this cursed card, or are we not going to? So we just had a merchant, and we just set it up so that way we can easily get rid of cards. And we know that to remove a card is going to cost us 50 gold in the future. And since things cost so much less, I'm going to go ahead and take this. The other thing for this is going to apply weak, but we're not getting our damage from attack cards. We're getting our damage from skills, from these orbs. So let's go ahead and agree. Don't like loading up our deck, but it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and see how we can do against this thief. So we're going to add a zap, 0 cost, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play this hologram here to bring that zap back in, 0 cost. So now I'm going to do, I played 3 skills, which is cool, and I'm going to do 9 points of damage to him next turn. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more defense, and then we will use our strike for now. Maybe we'll do dual cast next turn, or next time it comes around. Okay, we've got Blizzard, which is worthless. So we'll play our 2 defend cards and a strike. But again, I'm going to do 9 points of damage. He's actually dead here in 2 turns because I'm going to do 9 more damage to him at the end of this turn. So pretty easy. I can do a duel, and then we'll do this dual cast here. Not bad. Another colorless potion, and okay. So I have to decide here, do I want to have 10 block right off the bat in every single fight, or do I want to have Cool-Headed, which is going to be another frost card? In this case, having 10 block right at the start, every single fight, is going to be really, really nice. As much as I really want this Cool-Headed, I really want both. This is going to potentially save me from a lot of damage in the future. Okay. I've only taken 1 point of damage on this whole run, and that's when I made a mistake, and I should have used the block. We definitely don't need to rest. Let's go ahead and smith. And what are we going to upgrade here? So our choices are the Cool-Headed, where we can draw 2 cards instead of 1, the Blizzard, where we can do a lot more damage, or this boot up sequence, which is going to give us 3 more additional block. For the purposes of this fight, I'm not going to do the boot sequence because it's only going to give me 3 block. So it's between Cool-Headed and Blizzard, and I'm going to go ahead and go with Cool-Headed. Being able to draw cards to get to the cards that you want is really, really, really important. Yeah. Okay. This might be a bit of a challenge here. Let's see how this. I don't have a lot of attack cards, so it's going to be hard to hurt him enough for him to go into his shell. I'm not going to play the boot sequence, so we'll save that for a later thing. We'll play this Cool-Headed, and we'll play the hologram here, so I can play the Cool-Headed again. So that's kind of nice, because I was automatically able to get some defense on here. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this boot sequence now. That's good. I'm going to play the zap, and so what the zap is going to do is it's going to do 8 points of damage and move these frosts over. Okay, so let's play the zap. So it's going to do damage. Now I'm going to play this dual cast here to get 10 extra defense, because when you evoke, you get 5 block per. Okay. So now I have 20, and I've got 2 points left. Let's take a look here. I can also play some of these colorless cards. Let's go ahead and play. Let's go ahead and drink one of these guys here. What might be good? Pull a skill from yours. No. No. Yes. Let's go ahead and do this Flash of Steel. Let's draw a card. See what I get. Doubt. Okay, well. Let's go ahead and do one more. No. Yes. And yes. So that's going to do this here. And we don't really need to play this at the moment. So I'm actually gonna hold off on this and hope that it comes into my deck when I need it a little bit later. So I'm gonna take no damage because this frost is gonna give me my last 2 that I need. Okay. So I need to do damage here to them. I'm gonna get strikes and holograms here. So what I'm gonna play here, so this is only do 4 points of damage. What do I want to bring in? I want to bring in the zap. Eight. So, okay. Let's go ahead and trying to see if I can do a little bit more damage than, yeah. We're gonna bring in the zap. That's gonna give me 6. No. Well, we're not quite going to be able to knock him out of our shell, which is really going to hit us for some. Left we can. Let's go ahead. Let's play this, and yeah, okay. Let's take this guy here. Flash of Steel allows to draw a card. See what we get. Another defense. Oh well. Okay. We're gonna be debuffed here, which is not ideal. But we don't need to do the Dark Shackles because we're going to knock him out of his thing. So we'll play this zap here. And then let's go ahead and play the dual cast to do more damage. And then we're going to play this hologram, and we're going to bring another zap in. And that's all we'll do. Okay, let's go ahead and play the zap. So that's going to give me 5 defense. And then we'll play this cool-headed to do some damage, and then we'll defend, and we will just defend one more time. We don't really need to, but it doesn't hurt. Okay, so Flash of Steel don't want to do while he is turtled up. Let's go ahead and get some defense, and we'll bring back in cool-headedness. Okay. And so now Blizzard's slowly starting to get there. I'm going to take 7 points of damage at the moment, unless I want to play. I think I will. Alright. We can see our letter opener is doing a little bit of damage because we keep on playing a lot of skill cards, because we don't have a lot of cards that are really worthwhile to get 40 points of damage here. Let's go ahead and play a Zap. Then we'll play a Cool-Headed. Then we'll play a Flash of Steel. Okay, and then I'm currently gonna, let's play this Hologram. And we're gonna bring in Cool-Headed again. So I've got 10 defense. I'm gonna play Cool-Headed, which is gonna evoke another guy here, so it's gonna be 15. So I'm gonna take 1 point of damage when this is all said and done. Not bad. Okay, I don't need to play the Dark Shackles. Let's go ahead and play this Zap. And then now we can make him turtle up with this Blizzard. Alright. Let's go ahead and end this turn. So this is taking a little bit of time, but you'll notice that that we're not taking any damage ourselves. Let's go ahead and play this Hologram, and we'll bring in a Zap. Okay, and then so we've got 10. We can attack one time. So let's attack with this Flash of Steel to see what card we get. Okay. Well, don't really want to play any of these other cards. Okay, Cool-Headed, and Hologram. So we're going to play Cool-Headed. We're going to get 5 defense. We're going to play Hologram to get 5 more block. And we're going to bring Cool-Headed back in. And so we're going to take 2 points of damage here. I'm not going to play this Flash of Steel. So he's planning on doing a lot of damage to me. Let's go ahead and we'll play this Zap. Then we'll play this Dual Cast. So this is going to give me 10 defense. Then we'll play this Defend here. And then I'll get my last 2 defense from this guy. And then we'll strike him. Okay, so I won't take any damage this turn. And we'll add another Zap. And right. Play this Dual Cast just to get the damage from Letter Opener. Okay, Flash of Steel. So Blizzard's now going to do 18 points of damage. So hopefully... Okay, good. Perfect. So now this is going to do 20. We're going to play this Blizzard. And then we will finish him off with a strike. Okay. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and play a Zap first. Then we'll play a Cool-Headed. And play Defend. And we'll do this. No, we'll just do another Defend. Anyway, you can see he's almost dead. We've only taken 3 points of damage in this fight. It's taken a little bit of while. Go ahead and strength. We'll do a hologram to bring in a Cool-Headed. We'll play that, and then we will play our Blizzard to finish him off. Alright, so you can kind of see there, we're using our Blizzard for our big damage things. It takes a while to ramp up. We're using our Frost cards to keep us alive. Now let's take a look at our look at our cards that are available to us. So Reboot's okay. That's a zero cost card. It really allows you to you know, that one time, you know, hopefully, you know, get better cards. A Buffer, it's a, you know, it's a pricey card, but chip better than defensive. And Machine Learning, being able to draw additional cards is really nice. It just gives you a lot of options. If you upgrade it, it starts off in your hand. Doesn't mean that you can play it. A lot of times, you know, you won't have enough energy to be able to play this mission. But being able to draw an additional card is really nice, especially if we can get a little bit more energy, so we can play more Frost cards and stuff. So between Buffer and Machine Learning, let's go ahead and play the Buffer card. I think this is going to give us some nice defense. The other nice thing about being able to draw additional cards is you get through your hand faster. So that way we can play more cool heads and blizzards and things of that nature. You know, I am going to go with Machine Learning. Okay, so we can either, we don't want to fuse because we want to be able to smith. We can empty the cage, which we can then get rid of, we can get rid of this doubt, which would be nice, and then maybe get rid of a strike. I'm really tempted to do that. The calling bell can be incredibly powerful depending on the relics that you get. It can really make a huge difference. But, you know, I'm going to do the bird cage. Keep my deck small, so that way I can continue to get to my my cool heads. Hopefully I can get some more frost cards. So we're going to get rid of the doubt, and we're also going to get rid of a strike because, well, you know, we don't have a lot of damage dealing cards. No, we're going to go ahead and get rid of the strike. Okay, so there we go. End of this video. We will, I'll probably do one more video with the defect, going from the beginning to beating the boss. But you can see here kind of what we're going for. We definitely need some more frost cards to be able to buff up our blizzard, and that's really kind of all we really need. Maybe a card or a relic that would increase our orb capacity would also be, that's actually going to be pretty vital as well as we go through. So that would be kind of the goal. Get rid of the strike, maybe get rid of these bad defends. Try to get some cards or relics that will help with our orb capacity and get some more frost cards, so that way we can help with Blizzard. Glacier would be a great card. That would really synergize well with Blizzard. Anyway, we've gone through this. I will probably do one or more of these. Hopefully this was helpful, and look forward to seeing you play the Spire.